Good morning, this is Connie Galley of ShelterTails, and with me today I have the pleasure of introducing Dawn Trainer Struck and her little friend Kanga, who's a very special needs kitten, but fine, and we're hoping somebody out there sees Kanga and takes pity. Yes, we are trying to make you feel guilty. Thank you for joining me today, Dawn.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's interesting, the people that you meet that you don't even know about, and you're really fairly new, so I think I kind of stumbled across you. You're with the Enfield Community Cat Project, and you just started 6 months ago, 9 months, in May, I think you said May.
I started officially in May. I was trying to do it all by myself in March and realized that was not going to happen.
Like almost every other cat or dog shelter, any animal shelter, because I have a lot of different animals on this show. We've even had raptors and we've had snakes. And everybody has a full-time job, so it is a passion, it is a lifelong passion, and it is a commitment that you can't fall down on once you once you take it on. Based on you working full-time in a very demanding job, what got you started? Aside from you're a cat lover, I know you told me you have 5 cats at home. What got you started in doing this and doing it all by yourself, which was a big chunk, to cut off?
So I had found myself. I was always trying to help my friends and neighbors when they were trying to rehome a cat or if there was a stray cat. And then I found more and more I was, thanks to social media, I was getting tagged in things, my phone number was getting circulated, and people were kind of starting to depend on me. Last February, I actually found myself unemployed, the first time ever in my life, and it actually gave me the time and the opportunity to be able to go out and really pull this together, the Enfield Community Cat Project. So.
You impressed me because in that short period of time, you have an awful lot of fosters. You don't have a facility, or yet you don't have a facility yet, or maybe you never intend to, because
I would love to.
You would love to.
That's my goal.
Exactly. Out of your house, scooping and littering for 10, 15 cats. What impresses me about is the amount of volunteers you have for fostering, because I work with another shelter, donate my time there, and we're always begging, and I mean, the kittens aren't hard. You take it, in April, May, June, when the kittens are around, people will take mom and kitties until kitties are ready to be, and they get adopted right away. And then we got mom, we have to move back into the shelter. But people are always willing then because, well, kittens are cute. So how do you find your volunteers aside from social media? I mean, how do you press these people into service?
I think, the majority of what I leverage is social media. The fact of the matter is that fosters save lives. I mean, and I'm constantly saying that, when I have people reaching out to me all the time, I go and trap. The majority of the cats that we get are ferally. So
you do that too?
The majority of them are feral. We get the fosters into, and we get the kittens, the feral kittens, into fosters so they can be as fast as we can. But really, it's just making awareness. I think I'm so thankful to live in a community. Enfield has been extremely supportive, but actually we have supporters. We have fosters in Wilbraham, Mass.
You're kidding.
Springfield, Mass.
Holy crap.
East Granby, Connecticut. So we have fosters all over. And I think it's showing the visuals. I'm really good about updating, keeping people updated on the stories. If we didn't have this kitten in foster, they never would have been able to find their forever home.
Exactly. And as we all know, feral cats have loads and loads of kittens, and their lives are hard, their lives are tough, and their lives are short. And I think that one of the things I like, your tagline is, you can't buy love, but you can rescue it. I love that. That's what drew me to you in the first place. It's like, I love that. It's so true. I think you started, I think your backstory is your family lived in East Granby.
Correct.
And you had a plot of land or a farm, and the people were
acres.
dumping Dumping animals?
Yeah, I mean, that's how my fondest memories, I actually had...
Your fondest memories?
My fondest memories
another cat
were of all the cats. I mean, I had just posted a couple weeks ago on Throwback Thursday some pictures of I was probably like 6 months old or 2 years old just with cats. I mean, I've always had a passion.
So it's your parents, your families too. It's not
correct.
Just, they raised you to be like
yes,
that.
absolutely. And you know, it was really sad. It was even though it was 75 acres, they faced a lot of challenges just from coyotes, and we lived on a main road, so it was really tough to see as a young kid, you know. And
it's heartbreaking. You know,
yeah,
you try not to get, you know, like I try not to get attached to the cats that come into the shelter. I'll play with them, but it's very difficult because I swear they look at you and they're thinking, you know, I know that they're thinking, because I had one that I chastised and he looked right in my eyes and then jumped on my shoulder and bit my nose. I know he was thinking about doing that when I said bad boy, you know, and because I saw the wheels turning and then I got bit, you know, much to everybody's hilarity in the shelter. But they, you know, they have souls. They're sentient beings, and they do have feelings and they do have souls. So to see them have tough lives really hurts.
You know, I mean, I think you know, we are definitely making a difference. We have 6 feral colonies that we're feeding in Enfield right now. I feed every day on my way to work, and I feed every night on my way home. So, and when it's cold, I actually microwave their food, and I bring them more. I'm not kidding. People make fun of me, but it's just when they know my vehicle. They wait for me because they know that I come the same time every day. And you can tell that it gives them hope. They get excited. They start rubbing up against each other.
I'm going to eat. You know, I'm going to eat. There's another day I'm going to eat.
Yeah, I'm going to have food. So,
you know, thinking of something, and I don't want to forget it, because as I told you, you know, cold medication and all that. I would like to give you a product that I have in my house that is actually can hold up to 6 cans. You plug it in. And it heats the 6 cans of cat food to the temperature that cats would eat mice, moles, voles. It's on my counter. My cats don't like warm cat food. Do you believe that? Like, because they live fat, happy lives.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to pass that along, because then you don't have to,
that.
you know, you do 6 cans at one time.
Awesome.
And it heats it up to the body temperature. So we're going to have to meet separately later at some point in time. I'll hand that off to you. Cat abandonment is still a huge problem in Connecticut, and we have not been, we're not as, and I don't want to be offensive when I say this, we're not as bad as the South, because the South has real issues. They don't think about animals the same way as us, and we have a lot of transports coming up from the South to save them. So there are people down there who are very good and aware. There's a need for them colonies up north, and they'll send them. But they don't feel the same way quite. A lot of people down the South, they're working animals, they're farm animals, they're country animals, you know, that kind of thing. So cats, but even in Connecticut, we have more of a sensitivity. We still have a huge abandonment issue. I know the government's starting to work more on programs and things like that. I know that in Enfield there is a food pantry for animals, not just people. A very good one. I've met those.
It is, and I know the volunteers that work there. They're amazing. So.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people pulling, and I see, and with your 6 feral colonies, at some point, just by natural selection, I want to say, after they've been trapped and neutered and not reproducing, you're going to see a countdown.
Absolutely.
I hate to say that in those colonies.
No, it is, and I already have. You know, I mean, I've seen some really awful things happen to these animals because I'm there every single day. But you know, I mean, my other hope is the other thing that I try to do, and you know, we're trapping, we're fostering, we're spaying, neutering, and returning. But I also try to give individuals within the community a resource so that they don't abandon their animals, so that they have someone to reach out to. And I tell people all the time, I will be more than happy to help. You know, please don't leave them behind. People think that cats can fend for themselves, but they can't. They really can't.
Especially once they've been socialized. Which brings you to, you know, you're returning the older cats to the colonies because they cannot be socialized.
They can't.
But you're giving them as comfortable of a life as you possibly can.
We give them catnip. We give them toys.
Really? They have everything. Just don't have a roof over their heads.
We have a wonderful volunteer, Catherine Caruzzi, who's in our rescue, and she's built all our winter shelters. So all of our colonies have winter shelters. We have individuals that are, you know, out of the kindness of their heart, are feeding a feral in their backyard, and we'll also help them out with shelters.
Do you get a lot of well, you've been through one spring now. But I'm sure, you know, as you get more known, spring, you're going to have this blossoming of kittens.
It was rough last year.
Really?
I mean, I worked full time, and then, you know, I was out trapping till 10 at night. So I get a little wacky because you know, I have trouble sleeping when I know that there's these babies out there that I got to get. I had just rescued, I just trapped last December 5 kittens living under a dumpster.
And that's late for kittens.
Well, you know, there are 2 kitten seasons. So there's spring, which everybody knows about, but there's also another one in the fall, and these were the ones from the fall.
So the kittens are a couple of years,
So they've all been adopted.
So they got socialized.
They got, you know, it took us about a week. I have a wonderful kitty angel that is retired, and I tell you, she's like a kitty whisperer. So she can turn these babies around in no time.
Good for her, because you know. I adopted a cat. It was about three months old, and she was very shy. And it was a tortie. We're talking about torties. We'll show a tortie soon. But she was very shy, and so I said, okay, I'll work with her. Never got used to it. Screamed and hissed. Never got used to it. And there's just such a point, you know, if they
there
don't.
Is. And one of the things that I'm actually offering right now, because I have about 9 of those. They're older kittens, and I'm referencing them as spirit cats.
Okay, could you? We've talked about this before, but a long time ago. Tell people what spirit cats are.
So a spirit cat is a cat that lives with you. Sometimes it will give you the opportunity to actually touch or pet it, but the majority of the time you're not going to see the cat.
Right.
They will, over time, attach themselves to 1 or 2 individuals in the home, but they are just looking for a nice place to call call their own, so that they're safe. All our spirit cats are spayed, neutered, up to date on shots. Some are a little more social than others, but you know, it's kind of a way to give back. If you don't have a lot of time for a pet, it's actually ideal because you're just providing them food, and they don't.
And that's what they want.
That's what they want, and they don't need a lot of one-on-one attention. So
because I know it's because I'll sit on my couch at night and I'll have 2 who compete for my attention. They're not spirit cats.
No.
You know, they're jealous. But yeah, I've had them before where one lived under the sofa for the first 3 months.
Yes.
But they got fed. They used the litter.
Yeah, and they
were happy.
They really do come around.
Yeah,
they really do come around. It could take years, but
in addition to the cats that I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know how you're doing it, and you're making me feel guilty because I think I have a very busy life with the TV show and helping at shelters and traveling for my job. You have 5 cats of your own at home, so and now you do some fosters.
I do. I foster. At any given point in time, I could have 10 cats at my house.
Yeah. So. Now, how do you, and this might stop a lot of people, they already have animals living with them. And I've been in the cat community a long time, and I have 1 cat that probably wouldn't be too friendly. How do you adapt your cats, that your 5 live-ins, oh, here comes another batch, you know what I mean? How to adapt them not to be upset that you're bringing them foster.
I have a foster room, so I keep them separate from my own cats. I have cat cages, so for the ones that are ferally, they feel safer, and it's safer for me to keep them in a cat. So they're 3-level cat cages, and then I can work with them. But I did have one of my own individual cats started spraying because he was getting really upset.
Aggravated.
There was new scents in the house. So I actually put him on liquid Prozac. I went to the vet, and he's been weaned off, but that actually stopped him from spraying.
Really?
Yeah, he was just he's a very anxious cat to begin with.
I got one of
that
those.
kind of upset him a little bit. But you know, there's always a way to
work around it. There's also I'm not promoting any company, but Cat Fairies it's called Cat Fairies, and they have a calming compound that when I bought 1 cat into the house with 2 other cats, all you had to do was take a dropper, it's herbal, spread it on all their heads, and I mean within a week I saw the most aggressive cat going over and doing this to the other, because they all smell the same, I guess, you know. But he's just over there, I'm like, oh my God, she's loving him up. And it was less than a week of putting this compound on their heads, almost like that feel away if you have anxious cats.
Yeah, I mean, I use feel away a lot. I also use calming collars. So it produces a pheromone similar to the mother, just like the feel away. So it all depends on the cat, because
you really had to work around it. I mean, you really have to work around it. It's not just bringing.
You have to know each cat, you know, and I mean, and I always try to match up the cat with the right foster. And even when we're adopting out, I mean, I have an adoption coordinator that volunteers for us, and we're very careful to make sure that it's the right
the right
fit.
home, the right.
It's
Because
the
you're
right,
all coming back.
I don't want to set the cat up to fail.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So we are going to talk to, and we'll talk about volunteers and all that soon, but because you can ask for them here, you know. Okay. We're going to talk about Kanga, and I want you all to know that what you're going to see is going to look a little disturbing, but she is fine. She is fine. And Dawn has said she can jump. It's not that issue. She eats. She's healthy. She's had her shots. She's been neutered. She's a lovely cat. She's a friendly cat. She gets along with other cats. Doesn't know about dogs. No, you said
no dogs.
No dogs because she really probably couldn't fight back or even play wrestle. But what you're going to see is a cat who was born with some abnormalities, but she's happy. It doesn't hurt her, and we really like to see her get adopted. She is a year and a half old.
She's a year and a half.
And she is a tortie, and a lot of you out there like torties. And she's going to come out of the cage now. We're going to show you. She's got a front paw issue, and she does. The only thing you would have to do is have her nails clipped. Once every, you know,
it's once a month. Once a month,
because
she needs to have her
paws do curl under. You know,
and she is cross-eyed and she's missing part of her tail, but she's special.
I got a cat adopted out. We call Digit. Let me tell you about Digit. I put it in an ad in saying only a mother could love this face, but somebody did. He had eyes like an owl. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see him. He's a black cat. His eyes were round. He had a bent ear, buck fangs, and no tail. Somebody took Digit. Somebody else loved Digit. So we can get this little girl adopted.
I hope so. She deserves it.
So, and you've had her how long? How long have you had her in foster?
Actually, she's been in foster 3 months. She was actually dumped on the side of the road.
Oh, God.
So it's amazing that she survived considering the area. Considering her condition and the area that she was dropped, because it was a very woodsy area.
Yeah.
So,
And I don't know if you saw in the paper the other day, the deer sprawled on the ice because
saw
two coyotes chased her. I mean, she's a miracle if you caught her.
She's a fighter. I mean, she's a survivor. She's a fighter, and she just
deserves
wants a lap. She just wants a lap to call.
Okay, we're going to get her out and show everybody Kanga.
All right, come on, Kanga. Come on, baby.
And like most cats, people, well, they're in a strange place, a strange We've had dogs. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. Hi, honey.
Kanga went
you
right
walk
to you.
pretty fast.
Is tiny.
You
She's
walk
a little
pretty
baby.
fast for a little girl. Hi, hon.
Hi, sweet girl.
Hi, honey.
You're okay.
You're all right.
You're okay.
Would you like mommy to show people your legs? You're a good girl, sweetheart.
Good girl. Yeah, there's her little legs are
They're
bent up. So, but she does get along very well.
And the only thing that Dawn had noted was that she has a tougher time on hardwood floors, or like I said, I have a lot of tile in my house, but she does very well on carpet. And
Look at that
she's
face.
litter trained. Look at that face. She's a doll baby.
Is.
You think she's going to get any bigger? Here, maybe she wants mom.
No, she's a year and a half. She's as big as she's as big as she'll
sweetie.
get.
Good
girl.
Oh, here, I'll give you a mommy. You went pretty darn fast for having that leg issue. Okay. Yeah, you scooted.
Hi. Hi,
hello, baby girl.
Good girl.
So you saw Kanga. If you go onto Dawn's website, it's Enfield Community Cat Project. You will see how she walks. I mean,
we have a video.
Yeah, a little bit freaked out, but it's just like this, like you would be walking on the tops of your feet, more or less. But she doesn't. You didn't see it, but she ran fast.
She ran out of the carrier.
I had to catch her. She has no issues walking or running. This little girl.
None at all.
And she's pleasant, and
she's very tiny.
Tiny
She's
and
tiny and
oh,
sweet.
She's got a tail. She got a little tail.
She has a little tail, but it's half missing.
Well, and that's from your time outside, isn't it, Lovey? You poor little thing. Coyote get you?
Maybe.
You're a good
you never
girl.
Know. She is a good
Look at how
girl.
pretty. Look at that beautiful little face. So we are trying very much to get this cat a home, and you can get a hold of Dawn. Maybe now's the time to talk about how people can help you with volunteering, if you
Sure.
have any upcoming fundraising events,
Yep.
and how they can get a hold of you about Little Kanga.
Yeah, so we have a Facebook website page, and we also have a Facebook group if anyone's interested in volunteering. So you can search us on Enfield Community Cat Project. We also have an email address if anyone's interested in adopting Kanga or any of the other kitties that we have. It's eccp16@gmail.com. We have a meeting this month to discuss our next fundraising event. So we have a group of volunteers that help us plan that out, and we do one fundraiser a month.
Wow.
So, yep.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of
work to get together.
We are blessed to have so many wonderful and dedicated volunteers. You know, I mean, I talk about the fosters, but I have a massive group of people that are also feeding. You know, these cats are getting fed twice a day.
For being so new, I mean, you're only 7 months, 6 months, 7 months.
Yeah.
You really have, you shot like a rocket, really,
Yeah.
because it's usually one step in front of the other.
Yep.
Look how calm.
She's very
Kanga.
calm.
Kanga.
Good girl.
Kitty girl.
Good
Hey,
girl.
little girl, look at. Hey, I feel the end of that tail. I think you're just born that way. I feel the end of that tail.
Yeah.
You pretty girl.
She's a good
So Dawn is fairly new. Dawn's waiting to get her 501c from the government as a nonprofit.
We have our tax ID number.
You
We're
have your
just
tax ID
waiting
number?
for a letter from the IRS so we can start doing adoption events.
And Dawn will be doing, helping another very good organizer called Russ Bergeron of the East Windsor Feral Cats of East Windsor.
Yep.
And Russ has been on the program a couple of times, and Russ has devoted his life. So that's in February sometime. If you want to go by and buy a kitty kicker for a catnip kicker for your kitties.
Yep.
Is Geisler in East Windsor?
Yeah, it's the Geisler's in East Windsor. I believe it's February 11th. I'm going to be helping out. I'm going to volunteer. I completely support all other rescues and work closely with Feral Cats of East Windsor and Russ. So
he does a fabulous job.
He does a
too.
wonderful job. He's wonderful.
So this is one more time. Pretty. Want to hold her up one more time for people to see those little paws. It's only the front ones.
The little paws.
And she is doing okay.
She's a good girl.
She's a good girl. So Kanga needs a home. Kanga needs a lap. Kanga needs love, and she's enjoying all that right now.
Yes, she
And not
is.
freaking out.
No.
She didn't want to be a star, but she is. So, so you go to Enfield Community Cat Project online.
Yep.
You can see information about their fundraisers. You can see information about the cats they have. Yeah. How many cats approximately have for adoption right now?
Right now, I believe we have about 13.
Okay.
We have several spirit cats, so a lot of them are spirit cats.
And those are for those of you who live in an apartment or work 45,000 hours a week and want a pet. You don't have to worry about having the cat that wants every moment of your attention, or having cat fights on your lap while you're trying to watch TV. It's not fun. Hey, Kanga, pretty girl. Oh, look at this half of her face. It's like she's almost split down the middle. You're a pretty girl.
She is a good girl.
Good girl.
Oh, you're making booties.
And she's perfectly healthy. Perfectly healthy.
Perfectly healthy. No health issues.
So Dawn, I thank you so much for
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
I'm glad we finally met.
Yeah.
And I do have other things I want to talk to you off air.
Yeah.
But and I hate to say it, but if we can't get Kanga adopted by February, I think I got another cat coming to my house. She is a sweetie.
She really is.
We'd have to bring her over and test her out.
Absolutely.
With my kitties. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. Oh, look at that. You're just loving all the whoopies, huh? You look. You're beautiful markings, little girl.
She's gorgeous.
Beautiful markings. So well, now you want a pointy little chin. Beautiful. You're a beautiful little girl. And you said she doesn't have trouble jumping.
Nope, she doesn't have. Nope, she was born this way, so she's adapted. She doesn't know any difference.
Yeah.
No difference at
Well,
all.
like I said, when she came out of that carrier and shot off, I'm like, can I catch her? There wasn't an issue. I thank you so much for coming today.
I really
I'm sure we're
appreciate your support. Thank you so
touch.
much. It means the world to be able to get exposure like this.
Well, I'll tell you what. Once you get everything settled, if you want to come back on, in what are we in January now? In the fall, you have other cats.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
We'll certainly have you back again, because I'm impressed with how much you've managed to do working full time. Initially by yourself, having your own cats, your own home, and then taking in all these, and that is dedication that you can't, like you said, love can't be, love can't be bought.
Yep,
but
absolutely.
it can be supplied, and we all have a lot of love to supply these animals. And look at how they react when we supply the love. That's a very calm kitty. She's making bread over there,
Yeah,
isn't
she's
she?
making bread. She is. She's trying.
She's trying. You're a good girl. Well, thanks for coming, Dawn.
Thank you so much.
And I'm so glad we finally met.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Kanga too.
Yeah.
Okay, baby.
Good girl.
So thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next month. Please, if you have any room in your home or your heart for another animal, please do consider taking this little girl. She's been through a lot, been dumped, survived, and is healthy, and probably give you years of love if you give her some. Thanks for watching Shelter Tales. See you next month.